Hi, and welcome to your final exam. Can you believe it? You are almost done with community health, Introduction to Community Health. During this quarter, we've gone over a lot. You have a huge toolbox, even though you may not feel that way. You've been over defining community and health, demographic data, social conditions as fundamental causes of disease. You know about health systems and structures. You know about environmental health, 5 different domains. You know about disasters, emergencies, community trauma, ACEs, violence. You know about what a community health status assessment is and what kind of indicators and goals are part of this kind of report. So now you'll put all this information into use for your community health assessment of the fictional Unicorn County. So don't Google it and look for it. You may not find it. So collaboration is not okay, but this is an open book exam. So you can look through all the sources you want to. All the lectures, all the discussions, everything. So your task is to write a mini community health status assessment using the data and information supplied in this exam. In the format provided on the last page of the exam, which is just 5 questions. So your whole assessment is answering those 5 questions. So here, there's a story here about this population of interest. You have the baseline data. And so when I say data, I'm talking about qualitative data, which is this. I'm talking about qualitative. I'm talking about quantitative, which is many of these graphs that you'll see. Bar graphs, tables, charts. Everything here is data, and it's all fair game to use in your community health assessment. So getting down to the nuts and bolts. So all you have to do for this exam is answer the 5 questions below. For your exam, please use supporting literature from our readings and media and outside sources, at least 1 per section or at least 1 per question. So we'll go down here, and I want the references at the end of each question, please, so that I know which reference you used for which question. You can also, I'm also asking for in-text citations, so you can, I'll change it that you can put them at the end if you want to, but if you do that, you definitely need to use in-text citations. So question 1, what makes a healthy community? So from what you've read, just briefly define what you imagine is what residents would say about a healthy community. Make a demographic table, and you remember what demographic variables are. It would be variables that describe the population, age and income and things like that. You can go back to your own table and see electrification, access to clean water. So those are demographics. But if you want, you have 5 variables, so if you want to put a health variable, you can justify it and say, well, here's my demographic table, there's 4 demographic variables, there's 1 health variable, and I put obesity there because it's very prevalent in Unicorn County. So just as an example, you can put a health variable if you justify it. So that's question 1. Question 2 is, what would a healthy Unicorn County look like? So you're taking social conditions as fundamental causes of disease. And you're talking about, well, yes, Unicorn County, maybe it's not in good shape right now, but here are the things that happened, and looking forward, here is what we can come to. And so for this question, I would really focus more on fundamental causes. of the diseases that are currently prevalent or the problems that are there in Unicorn County. So for question 3, what are the strengths, assets, and resources? So this question was part of your community Tacoma Pierce County Community Health Assessment. What are strengths? Well, when we look through the data, what is a strength? A strength is where our community is strong. So going through this data, what can you find that makes that the community is doing right, or that the community is excelling at, or that's strong in the community? Is our screenings high? Are chronic diseases low? Are many children in school? Are many families together instead of broken? So those are kind of strengths. What are challenges? So identify one challenge. So you can use rates. You can use any baseline data at all to discuss what the challenges in Unicorn County are, and also justify that challenge. Why is high obesity a problem? Why is some of these things, hepatitis C, or why are some of these things, what does it show, besides being a health problem for individuals, what does it show about the resources and access? And that's what we're really looking for in the strengths and the challenges here is, yes, individual health problems or poverty or things like that are challenges, and good health outcomes are strengths in the community, but what does that actually show? Does it show we have good prevention services? Does it show we have a strong culture of caring about females in this culture? Does it show we have low access? And does it show that that poverty determines what kind of health care you get? And so maybe that's a challenge. So looking at the big picture here, you're pointing out a single strength and a single challenge, but what does it show about Unicorn County is what I'm really looking for. And then what are the most important health issues that need to be addressed in a community health improvement plan? So in Module 5, we had a CHIP PowerPoint, and they showed you some of the health improvement plans that were in place in Pierce County to address the concerns like social isolation that were found in the Tacoma Pierce County Needs Assessment. So what is one health indicator that warrants the most focus for your CHIP that you saw in your health indicators video? What is one Healthy People 2020 objective that you would emphasize based on the data that you have for your health improvement plan? And this is a very brief plan. All of the answers are in 250 words or less. So it's not about writing a lot. It's about writing, being very specific and speaking to the data that you have. Because you really don't have a lot of information about Unicorn County. But in the questions that are here, what can you say about it? What can you dream up to make this a more healthy and happy place? Your extra credit, I'll leave that to you. You can get partial points for it if you guess something other than what I was thinking, but it still kind of fits. But I'm really thinking of one reading or media that this story is based off. So I'll leave it there. Please feel free to write to me by email if you have any questions at all about the exam. I'm here. I'm available. I'm working till next Monday, so I'm available the entire week online. And if you need to have a call, we can do a Zoom call. So please get in touch if you have any questions, and good luck.